on the side of endgame was not enough to take down the W, but
okay.
will
Don't
not be
see many
seen.
Nico nowadays.
Do not see too much Nico. Definitely still a very viable pick. Very effective.
Your Kled and Nico is very hard engage rating. 2 very hard engages.
Definitely looking strong. Engage for Legacy Ambassadors, the first 2 picks. 2 seconds left for Witchblades. Does opt to lock in the Leona. Very strong bot lane here. Leona very powerful right now. 2 very meta champions.
There's basically 3 meta ADCs right now, in my opinion.
Felio's is one of them, I'm sure. Yeah. Who else would you say?
I think Jin is actually pretty a
Jin.
meta champion.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting. I'd say Kais is definitely up there for sure.
Yeah, Kaisa.
Definitely a Felios.
Definitely was strong.
Jinx gets locked in here. Forcer Ebob.
And Jinx has to play very carefully against Leona because one EQ combo, she's definitely gonna go 0 to 100. The Felios on the side.
Another important thing to note is it looks like I am Minipod, unless there's just a false, an error in draft order. It looks like Minipod may be playing ADC, although the Misfits is usually the AD carry for Martin Cabello Fan Club, so it is possible that the 2 of those people are just out of order, and Minipod will be in the top lane. Keep our eye on that. Nautilus band.
A lot of heavy AD bands coming out on the Legacy side.
Definitely a lot of high auto attack champions.
This Soraka band. How do you feel about that one?
Soraka's kind of burst onto the scene as a pretty meta pick, honestly. I feel like, especially, I've been seeing a lot of her in top lane with Barrier.
Yes. Hard flex right there over Soraka, but definitely taking that away from an opportunity of going all in and sustaining the burst.
I did just get it in my ear that the Misfits is going to be playing top lane this game, so a nice, interesting role swap here for them. Interesting to see how they do in these new lanes. But yeah, also that Nautilus band coming out. Nautilus is still right up there, in my opinion, S tier support with Leona. Mark Cabello Fan Club saying they do not want to deal with that this game.
Giving a hard choice for the Red Tide team to choose their support right now, because they have such a dive-heavy burst comp right now.
Shen definitely stays true with that, the diving engage sort of team comp here. Yeah, we do see also the Echo pick coming in, another one of those champions that is able to go balls to the wall and come out with pretty much 0 consequences, unless of course he gets Chi-Chi's CC chained down. But yeah, like you said, Legacy Ambassadors really looking with this strong engage comp, pretty organized in this draft.
My only concern is speed for this Jinx to home game. She has a red target on her forehead right now. She's gonna be hoping that Yi and that Aatrox and that Leona doesn't get to the back line with her right now.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely lots of CC as well on the side of Mark Bell Fan Club. Leona definitely one of those champions that can just go in and lock somebody down for an extended period of time. Master Yi, Witchblades on his Master Yi as well. We have seen lots of strong performances in prior weeks of the ALS on this Yi pick. Definitely a solid comp as well here for Mark Bell Fan Club. Aatrox in the top lane. Definitely a strong front line, especially if Project Zenith opts to play more defensive on this Leona, considering the fact that Legacy Ambassadors has such a strong dive comp. If she just wants to sit back and peel the Aphelios while Master Yi and Aatrox try to take out the carries such as Jinx on Legacy Ambassadors, they definitely have a solid team comp as well. But it will be interesting to see how Project Zenith does opt to play the Leona, whether she is diving the backline or peeling for her carries.
I guess a highlight in the mid lane right now between the Ziggs and the Nico is that the Ziggs is definitely bringing teleport over Nico's Ignite, and Nico's going to have to try to get an early lead, hardcore early lead, before that Ziggs can just roam and wave clear like he you would.
Yeah, I don't know anything specifically about the matchup between Nico and Ziggs, but I would believe that Ziggs would just have the range advantage as he does with most people, and not really be too worried about much other than just CSing and pushing the waves out. I don't know if you have any further insight on that matchup.
I think the Nico is definitely going to try to have to force a little bit of lead in the early game to put as much pressure as Ziggs going to put out. Because Ziggs could just ult away from mid lane to bot or top and clear the wave right there if they need him for a team fight. With the TP advantage as well. Trading a lot of lane pressure for sure.
Another interesting thing to note about these comps, definitely Cabello Fan Club is going to be looking to scale at least a little bit with this Aphelios and Master Yi pick. Be interesting to see if the intense engage from the side of Legacy Ambassadors will be enough to just win a lot of these early skirmishes and fights, despite the fact that lots of their members as well do enjoy scaling the later parts of the game, such as Echo and Jinx, as well as Nico, really. Do have about 40 seconds left on the spectator delay. If you guys have been enjoying the ALS, especially if you guys have seen game 1 or 2 of the day with these huge upsets and are enjoying the stream, please make sure to drop a follow, share the stream with your friends, anyone you think would be interested. Are trying to grow the ALS, bring you guys better content every week.
$10 seconds left until we go back into game. What's the probability of invade here? What do you think?
An invade? Lots of teams do seem to invade pretty consistently in the ALS, so I think we're probably gonna see an invade. But also, one more thing, just before we get into this, we need some predictions. Who do you have team down?
I think the bot lane's gonna go to Aphelios and Leona, just straight off the bat. I think if G doesn't find an early kill or get a lead in an early game, he's gonna fall behind to the Echo. I don't know about the top lane. The Kled versus the Aatrox. I hate Aatrox right now, but I do not play against an of Zeds. I'm the Kleds to say he's strong, but I don't know. I don't know that matchup that well myself.
I am actually going to make a bold prediction here because we do see the role swap between the Misfits and I Am Minipod, and they have not been looking particularly strong in their recent performances. And with the ringers that Legacy Ambassadors has brought into this game, I'm going to actually take Legacy as the team that's going to win this match. I've got my money on Legacy Ambassadors. But if Cabello Fan Club is trying to make the playoffs, this is almost a must-win game for them. I don't think they would be mathematically eliminated if they lost, but it would be very challenging with only 2 games left. So do you have Legacy Ambassadors, or do you got Cabello Fan Club? Or excuse me, Cabello or Legacy?
I think it's a Legacy myself.
Taking Legacy. So both of us do have our money on the 0-9 team.
I'm gonna give it to I'm rooting for them because I know they're the underdogs too. But I do want them to come out ahead. They're champion selects right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I do like the team comp for sure, and I do like the ringers that they brought in here. I like this lineup that they put out today. But we'll have to see how Cabello Fan Club is going to play today, especially with this role swap. Nothing too intense happening here at the level 1. Aren't seeing that invade we were talking about.
Both team doesn't have that great of level 1. They do have an okay level, but ideally you would want someone with a hook champ or some early CC with that invade.
Yeah, Leona's not terrible, but all around, I agree. Definitely a pretty base level 1 here. Both teams just going to be going for their camps. So you were saying you think Minipod and Project Zenith are going to just dominate this
I'd
bot
say
lane.
they're definitely gonna have to have Sir Ebob and Gunner 50K pushed in, and if they don't respect their Leona Aphelios combo, it's gonna be very dangerous.
You know, I would actually agree with that because Jinx is definitely one of those champions that can do some harassing in lane, but with the Shen support, they'd definitely be looking for more of like an all-in catch-out situation. And with Leona here, I feel like this would not end up well for them, especially early on. Unless, of course, someone really walks out of position.
It's all on Sir Ebob Jinx to play smart, play safe, and really not make any mistakes and find those winnable trades, as he should be doing.
I do see Death Griffin here, maybe looking for potential early gank here on this mid lane.
And Nico's putting in a lot of damage onto that Ziggs already.
Octopotic is definitely getting engaged on here. Does have to burn the flash, but will escape with his life.
The wave will come back to the even middle. Ziggs will push back to Legacy's side. No flash, but he does have TP.
Yeah, flash is also burned by capping too, so it's just pretty much flash for flash trade here. Nothing too devastating. Yeah, and you're right, Octopodicist does have a TP, so definitely not worried about getting back to lane, especially early on in this one. Oh, Shadow Jumper getting bursted down a little bit in this top lane.
One thing to know is that SJ capping Nico did burn his flash as well. So a lot of the kill potential is gone, but does still have his ignite.
He is pushed up in this lane pretty far too. Does have a ward in the top river. As I do say that, it does expire, but
this Aatrox pushing this Kled in the top lane. He is in mini form. Very close to death.
yeah, Shadow Jumper definitely playing a dangerous game here, trying to stay and get this XP. Does have TP available if you wanted to opt for a quick reset.
Oh, and we thought we had a invade here from a Yeep, and now he's just doing some warding on the other side.
Yep, just trying to hopefully get some information on where Death Griffin is. Death Griffin is still level 2 here in this one.
That's level 2 to a level 4 to Witchblade E. That's a huge level underset. He did not take his red buff yet. Level
2
2
levels
to
down
level
here.
4, this is not going to be a
Counter gank by Witchblades.
And the Kled does engage. Got back on his...
Oh! Shadow Jumper.
Well played.
I did not think this was going to go in well. They might get a second kill too. Second kill picked up by Death Griffin. Meanwhile, bot lane, Minipod picking up a kill onto Gunner 50K. But back to the top lane fight. Yeah, I really didn't think that that was going to go in the favor of Legacy Ambassador when Death Griffin was 2 levels down there.
Sir Ebob did go back when a 2 double stack minion wave come up to his tower. Now they're going to get a lot of tower playing off this bot wave. You're going to lose a lot of XP and CS.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely big play there from the bot lane for Martin Cabello fan club. Infernal Dragon is the first of the game. Death Griffin's still a little behind here on his clearing. Down about 14 CS, 2 Witchblades. Well, he is eyeing Octopod. I am never going to say this name properly. Octopodicus. Did just ward. We'll be safe here in this one.
Octopodicus is warded perfectly, so just in time. Now, Death Griffin, you need to take your red buff, sir. It's been up.
Yeah, Witchblade's definitely ahead in clearing here. Despite the kill being on Death Griffin from that top lane skirmish they had.
I don't know what this red buff done to Death Griffin here, but definitely having a little
bit of an oversight there, potentially. He's going to keep an eye on this Infernal Drake. Maybe looking bot lane here. But just going to opt to clear the Scuttle Crab.
taking that fruit first, the jackfruit.
Octopodicus A little bit of poke there into the turret. Gonna be fine.
Every time we look towards mid, it's a Nico poking out the Ziggs.
Yeah, SJ Capping really being aggressive, pushing up in this lane. Flash is still down for a little bit longer here, but doesn't look like Marketable Fan Club's going to make anything happen mid lane.
This is a smart choice for Octopotagus to get a Corrupting Potion. Getting a lot of that mana regen and health back. Just sitting from the poke he's receiving. They are both level 6.
Witchblade's very onto the gank here coming out from Death Griffin. We'll be here for the counter.
Oh.
Octopotagus slides out with his satchel charge. Lots of action hovering around this mid lane, but not a lot coming out of it. We do see Shadow Jumper here roaming down for any potential shenanigans. But looks like nothing's going to come out of it.
Got a ward here to spot out the Yi. Witchblades. He does steal it away.
Let's get the red buff.
He does steal it away.
He is backing off here, but he does have support.
But he is an enemy jungle.
Here comes landing on the Gunner 50k. Master Yi jumping on to Gunner. TP coming in from Shadow Jumper. Will be on the flank here. Pops the ultimate. Zap does land on the Witchblades. Lots of damage coming out from both sides here. Witchblades dropped very low. Minipod might also... 2 kills picked up here for Legacy Ambassadors. Maybe not done yet. Project Zenith does get stunned out by SJ Capping. Ignite is ticking down. Will be forced back under the turret, and you would think surely he's going to fall here. Does get executed there by Death Griffin. Another kill picked up for Legacy Ambassadors.
Now there's a 4-man team bot side here for Legacy Ambassadors now. I'm take on tower plating, but their solo experience and solo tower plating going up to the top Misfits. Like, will he die? He gets executed.
Oh my goodness. I missed that. Did he take turret shots?
He did take turret shots. He took 2.
Interesting. A little bit of a blunder there from the Misfits.
Push back towards him though.
So Legacy Ambassadors did opt to take turret plates here instead of taking this Infernal Drag. Members from Marketable Fan Club are now back in the area. Although it is 3 men on both sides here, as Shadow Jumper will be recalling and returning to the top lane. Do see a ping coming out onto Drake, but I don't think they want to take it anymore.
Blue side does have it warded.
Blue side does have it warded. No... Or I'm sorry, Gunner 50k does have a control ward he could place down in the pit, but they are opting to back off, just recall, spend all this gold that they just picked up. Probably the smart move.
Now, will SJ Capping go back? Yes, he will. He's going to do a quick recall, reset, but Octopotagus is full HP and full mana right now. It's definitely going to push for that turret for some platings.
You see 3 kills now on Death Griffin here, as he is going to be contested at the Scuttle Crab, being forced to back off.
Let's give priority to blue side team by having that Nico going back.
Yeah, and Death Griffin, I believe, has not reset yet, so he will be having to go back to base, but it doesn't look like Marketable Fan Club is ready to take this dragon down yet. Although Marketable Fan Club does have insane vision control around this objective. There's just that one ward from Legacy Ambassadors. Luckily for them, spotting out that they are not doing this Drake. Death Griffin moving top side here.
This Kled has a really early lead. Definitely the Aatrox can match more.
Misfits getting chunked out pretty quick here. Does pop World Ender. Will be continuing this trade with Shadow Jumper. Gets a Mount getting taken very low. Flash coming out from Shadow Jumper. Securing this kill onto the Misfits. It's 2 kills now onto this Kled. Mid lane. Octopotagus getting bursted down. Will fall. Legacy Ambassadors just doing some work all around the map here.
Definitely got a lead here early in the game. That's going to result in more heavy leads. How will the blue side come out of this, though?
Could we see 3 upsets in a row today? That would be miraculous. I think this is the word I would use. Blade's trying to clear those minion waves. Will get stunned up, but negates most of that damage with his W. Neither team still really taking much of an eye onto this drag.
Both Dragon and Rift Herald is up right now. Definitely could center around their fights around these objectives, but vision control coming out for Dragon for both sides. One in the pit and one right outside. Neither one gives it the Fire Drake.
Mini Pod getting some more poke down. Sir Ebob. And that early CS advantage that Witchblades had over Death Griffin really has not gotten any bigger. And the fact that he has 3 kills to his name really evens a lot of that out. Definitely some solid play here early on from Death Griffin, despite the early pathing.
This Kled coming out from the Legacy side definitely doesn't have that pressure against the Aatrox all game now.
Both junglers are bot side here.
I mean, just fight coming out from the bot lane. Engaging hard. Getting on a Leona, but cannot find a kill.
GP is coming in. Oh, we're rewind there. Nice damage coming out from Death Griffin. Witchblades will drop him, though.
He does give his life for it.
It looked like for a second that Legacy was going to outplay that again, but it was not meant to be, as it looks like Marketable Fan Club is going to be trying to take this Drake down. Witchblade sidesteps the stun from Capping. Ultimate comes out doing a lot of damage. We'll drop him down.
Capping does find a kill on the Yi.
Maybe both teams backing off this Drake again. Man.
A lot of action coming on here from the 13-minute mark.
Got a lot of action in every lane, honestly. And still 0 dragons taken. Vision control flipped once again around this Drake back to Legacy Ambassadors. It looks like Project Zenith will be catching out some of these wards with her sweeper. Or not. Maybe she'll walk right around them. That's unlucky.
She does miss 2 wards.
But it is catching out Capping in mid lane.
She does go towards the Capping mid lane.
Capping opting to take the long route, trying to juke out Project Zenith here. Doesn't look like the Misfits has opted to roam down, although he will walk right back into
Octopolis. Did you catch each other in their jungle?
Does flash away.
He does get out. He does flash and get out.
Bot lane, we do see another gang coming in on the Sir Ebob. Looks like he...
Sir Ebob will get caught out by the Yi.
Oh, the Shenel is coming in. Wait, no, it's not. I'm hard trolling.
It was on cooldown. Oh, will the Aatrox find a kill on this clip? There you go. That's a shutdown going. That's XP and gold back into the Aatrox pocket.
Timing line. Looks like Death Griffin will be cut off here by Witchblades. He will surely fall as well. Another kill here onto Witchblades.
The gold difference is minimizing now.
You would think this is definitely finally going to be the dragon taken here by Bar and Cabello Fan Club. Nothing Legacy will be able to do about this one. Meanwhile, Misfits still just pushing this top lane turret in, get some more damage down on that. Trying to get this first turret. TP coming in, though.
I do see some interesting builds coming out from both sides of the jungler, where Witchblade's Master Yi said he don't need boots because he could just Alpha Strike.
Alpha Strike and pop that ult as Shadow Jumper does take down the Misfits.
This Griffin got a Berserker Greaves on his side, which is very interesting in my opinion.
Shadow Jumper definitely very powerful in this one. Going to be very difficult for Remarkable Fan Club to deal with. He hasn't really been in too much of the fighting so far. He did come down for that one skirmish in the bot lane, but...
Oh, and Octopoticus did get caught out. Goes for instant burst.
Some Shadow Jumper trying to burst down this turret.
Does get it. Will he find a kill on the IM Minipod? No, IM Minipod does flash away. He is 3 levels behind.
Diving the mid lane turret. Another kill coming here for SJ Capping. Death Griffin will get out with his life as well. Well played here. SJ Capping looking very strong on this Nico pick.
Mid lane and jungler definitely having a lot of synergy going on. Finding a lot of kills here mid lane.
Another stun landed onto Witchblades. Another kill might be picked up.
Oh, there he goes. And they find a return shutdown kill for 800 gold onto the Philios.
Yeah, that's really not good for Legacy Ambassadors here. Given an opening, Mini-Pop maybe to start popping off in this one. Gotta be careful with those shutdowns for sure.
Gold difference is at about 3,300. towards Legacy Ambassadors.
So far, Minipod definitely looking pretty comfortable on this AD roll. The roll swap here. Will be interesting to see if he is able to carry his team through these team fights as we head towards the mid-game. We'll catch out here. Gunner 50k getting dropped to half health pretty quickly. We'll be blocking all those autos though. Shadow Jumper in a bad spot. Could be forced to ult away. We'll be stopped by Witchblades.
Stopped. Well, he's still good. He has to flash away, but he does make it.
Oh, a huge Nico ult.
Huge Nico ultimate. 4-man Nico ultimate right there. What's that? 5-man Nico ultimate.
It was a lot. Whatever it was. Lots of people.
Either one was a lot. That turned around the whole fight.
And Shadow Jumper getting out. Yeah, you're very right. Definitely turned around that fight. It looked like when Shadow Jumper got caught out there that fight definitely was going to go in the favor of Mark Cabello fan club. But that was just a really nice turnaround by SJ Capping, really showing her stuff on this Nico.
Dark Steel is fully stacked for his Nico. Will he turn it to a Medjite?
CCO in the chat, the losing teams are popping up. I would concur. Would be very fascinating if we did see the triple upset today. As Iron Dragon did lose their first match earlier today, as well as Endgame losing their match earlier today. For those of you just tuning in, definitely some great games. If you want to check those out, go to our YouTube channel. Amateur League Series. VODs will be posted sometime this week, in a couple days.
Legacy Ambassadors with 3 outer towers taken down right now. Definitely put under pressure. And we have a fight here in the mid lane. Echo engages, goes in.
It's chain CC down by Project Zenith, but doesn't seem to matter. Gets that 1 second ult back. Extra Capping will fall down to that Ziggs ultimate.
Project Zenith barely makes it out alive, and team find return kill.
Also see Misfits getting caught out here by Shadow Jumper at the Rift Herald. It's a little bit of a sticky situation here, but has the team to back him up. Project Zenith does get some CC down. Shadow Jumper flashes away. Looks like
Shadow Jumper is going deep for this kill. Does find a kill on Project Zenith, but he should go down for his. There he goes.
The mini pod already dropped here in this one. SJ Witchblades rather still alive here. Could look to clean up the rest of this fight.
Witchblade should find a 2-kill.
Gets that Alpha Strike off.
Will they continue chasing down Sir Ebob? No, they will not. Sir Ebob will go out and they will find an Ocean Drake.
Yeah, 2 Drakes down from Mark Cabello fan club. Getting closer and closer to that Dragon Soul. See what Rift we will have for this game. Cloud Rift.
Legacy Ambassadors has been ahead all game, but then they are definitely punching back and not letting through.
Ultimate is being forced out here by SJ Capping to prevent the dive from coming through.
Well, Octopus dive to the Ignite. He does. Barely.
SJ Capping barely making it out of that one.
We have Shadow Jumper solo pushing top lane. Split pushing.
Fight mid lane here.
Fight mid lane here.
No one falling. Minipod is joining with his team here. But looks like Legacy Ambassadors will just be backing off. Trying to catch his wave in the bot lane. So I don't know about you, but I think the huge part... Actually, you did say something about this. You did think the mid-jungle synergy for Legacy Ambassadors is a big part of their position in this game, and I would have to agree with you. Death Griffin and SJ Capping really just doing some solid...
A lot of action mid lane. A lot of action centered toward mid lane for sure.
Yeah, and
always trying to find engages, always popping off. 2v3, 2v4, they're still trying to find fights.
I'd say that focus from Death Griffin has cost him a little bit of clearing as the CS numbers are a little bit lower, but definitely has put his team in a good situation here.
Fight here in the bot lane. 2v1 against the Aatrox, he should be able to get out safely.
We do see Death Griffin also roaming down to this bot side. It's 4 members. Nico's clone
coming down.
Tripped me up there. A teleport is available on Shadow Jumper, so he will be able to rejoin his
team. We do have the Aatrox popping his ultimate right now, going towards that Shen. Will he engage any further? That Echo uses Time Rift. And he does engage us. But no, he gets out safely. All 5 members. Or the blue side is down here now.
Shadow Jumper is pushing this top turret. TP is also available on Misfit, so he, as we do see that coming out, we'll be there to try to stop him from taking this objective. He does get a lot of damage down onto it. It actually was TP from Octopotagus.
You know, I would say I wasn't expecting that Kled to go in against the Ziggs under tower, but definitely have a chance there. I thought he might.
Definitely has been playing good on that Kled. Do you see Witchblade is going in 1v2 here? Does get the kill on Bob, continuing on the Gunner. DK picks up the double kill. And they're not done. Death Griffin now on the run. Does get that stun off onto Witchblades. But you see Shadow Jumper ult again.
Ultimate goes in by himself. 1v4. Team backing him up now. Nico comes in. Ultimate, big ultimate just on. Does not get to do much.
Yeah, definitely good effort there, though, from Legacy Ambassadors. Or good idea, rather. I thought they definitely had a chance to turn that around, but Cabello Fan Club said, no, not today, and they will be heading towards this Baron.
Definitely always risky to fight a team fight. Your enemy's jungle. Cabello Fan Club now on the Baron. Most likely will be secured without any problems and issues. Put that whole team there.
It's definitely a good start for them getting back into this game, but as we have seen earlier in the first 2 matches, anything is possible.
Oh, that was very close by the Jinx. Very close.
If I had said anything is possible and that had happened, that would have been unbelievable, honestly. But alas, it was not meant to be, as Cabello Fan Club does take down the Baron. Third dragon will be spawning in here momentarily. So I'm sure Cabello Fan Club will be looking to pick up that third Drake, getting closer to that soul. But we do see a potential cheese situation coming here from Legacy. No vision in this river from Cabello Fan Club. Although not a lot of backup. Stun will land.
There goes Leona, face checking by herself. By 3 members, goes in, initiates, and just pandemonium popped off.
Oh my goodness, yeah, really huge route here for Cabello Fan Club. It was a good idea from Legacy to try to set up that cheese situation. It was just they only had 3. Death Griffin and Shadow Jumper were not in position to set up that pick situation. So
not
good idea, but not enough organization.
To try to burst down the tank support using all your spells. They have Baron. You don't know who's behind them. Nice try though. Good idea.
Yeah, if they had gotten Death Griffin and Shadow Jumper in on that, definitely could have worked out, but it's not quite. Didn't quite get it organized in time. As Cabello Fan Club really looks in control of this game at this point. Now sieging these mid turrets with Baron.
They do have a Ziggs, so it does execute towers. That's kind of hard to say, but he does execute towers.
Gold lead has actually swung in favor of Cabello Fan Club.
And that's about the first time all game. Cabello Fan Club definitely got 3 Drakes on their side now. Got the first tower of the game. Got Baron buff.
Minipod going down to this bot side, picking up this wave, trying to put some more pressure on this bot lane turret. Bob will be here, though.
Easy 1v1 that
does land the Graviton Cannon. We'll be able to root. Not sure if that was on cooldown or why he didn't activate that, but
Mini Pod is 2 levels ahead of Sir E-Bob. That is a huge difference in ADC.
yeah, definitely showing there on that damage as well coming out. Teams are split between mid and bot primarily, although we do see Misfits topside.
There goes the second tower topside for Markable Fan Club. Extending their goal lead now. 1 tower at a time.
3 minutes left on this Baron, and about 3 minutes left on this Drake. I think maybe Markable Fan Club will be trying to take down this bottom turret before Baron spawns in. And try to get up there to get some priority over that objective, but
They do have 3 members out here yet.
yeah, they do get it to fall. Good job of Markable Fan Club getting these turrets to fall once they got this shift in the game pace, once they took down that Baron. Doing a good job keeping the pressure up. I think Legacy really needs Shadow Jumper to just apply a lot of pressure on a side lane. He does have Teleport available. He's definitely the strongest member on their team, although SJ capping does do a lot of damage on Nico as well. But Cledis is one of those champions that's very difficult to deal with, especially in a 1v1 situation.
He built a Thormail, so he definitely prepared for a lot of 1v1s from Aatrox or the Yi.
I'm not actually
Definitely
100% sure if Yi, in like a late game situation, if Yi could 1v1 a Kled. It would depend on the builds, I'm sure. But yeah, I really think Shadow Jumper should definitely be in the sideline push. Aatrox champion, who'll be matching him with a teleport. Oh, we do see the ultimate coming out. Teleport is available on the Misfits.
It is 5v3.
Oh my goodness. That is the engage that we were talking about coming out from Legacy Ambassadors here.
Markable Fan Club just have to retreat in the mid lane. But they do have 2 side lanes pushing. They opt to push the two towers.
Yeah, Markable Fan Club really is giving up this mid push and saying, we're going to be fine staying in these side lanes. I think Legacy Ambassadors
trying to wave clear here.
Legacy backing off here in this mid lane.
Trade 2 kills in a tower or two towers.
Definitely interesting and well played there from the side of Markable Fan Club to stay true to that split push, knowing that Legacy was not going to be able to take down their inhibitor mid lane.
Now gold deficit is only at about 900 to 1,000 gold here. Definitely very minimal at this late of the game.
Both neutral objectives will be spawning in here. 10 seconds on Drake. Markable Fan Club gonna have priority over this objective. Don't see why they will not be able to take this down uncontested. And this will be the soul. Will be win soul. So that'll be huge, especially for Master Yi, as well as Misfits too. Honestly, that huge move speed. Lots of benefits here coming out from that move speed from the Cloud Soul. For the side of Markable Fan Club, so they are moving towards the Baron now. You see Sir E-Bob still down on this bot side, getting that push started. Should be able to rotate up in time.
Team fight wise, Markable Fan Club is a lot stronger with all those Drakes in their pockets. But the Legacy Masters definitely have their damage in other ways in their engage aspects.
Death Driven forced to flash there. Project Zenith.
All 5 members from both teams come hover around the mid lane.
Still anybody's game for sure. One team fight.
There's Markable Fan Club trying to siege their mid lane, pushing their wave up slowly.
Markable Fan Club really needs his W if they want to keep their hopes of making playoffs alive. Legacy Ambassadors, although looking for their first win of the season, would be a nice pickup for them.
This is hard to call it.
And both
You can
teams
go either
definitely
side.
nervous here.
Yeah, you can go either way.
No one wants to make that one misstep that's going to cost their team the game.
Level 16 coming out here for the Aatrox. The Misfits Aatrox. And here goes Leona.
Pretty far up here, taking a lot of poke
Thinking about engaging? Nope, just taking a little sort of damage. Got the W on. Getting some armor magic resist. We had the Misfits with the teleport, pushing out, clearing out the bot lane.
Yeah, he does have teleport available.
But Sir Ebob does not. He is on top side. They have a fight in the mid lane. He cannot be there.
Yeah, it looked like Zenith was looking for an engage there, but didn't quite find it. Both teams really just dancing here.
Someone's gonna have to get the bot lane.
I think Mark Bell Fan Club should go over towards the Baron and really start trying to get some vision locked down over the objective. There is and try to bait something here.
The Gunner 50 isn't the ideal person to stop Aatrox push, but he does have his teleport ready or his ultimate. Someone does need to answer his Aatrox. They do have to Kled going in to stop Aatrox. Both top laners, TB is ready. Markwell Fan Club looking to siege this mid lane tower. Tier 2 tower. No one really wants to make an engage.
This is a very delicate situation, and both teams know it.
We have a 1v1 for the top laners. An ultimate coming out from Shen. Would they find kill? No. Challenger just barely getting out alive. Now that's ultimate burn for Gunner 50.
That's right, Captain getting CC down will get bursted down. Team fight is breaking out now. Looks like both teams will be backing off.
One kill and back off.
Yeah, and that's why I think Mark Bell did such a good job setting up a picks with the CC that they have. Huge ultimate coming out from Aphelios. Trying to drive his turret. Witchblade's going deep, picking up a triple kill. Can he get the quadra kill? Getting the Alpha Strike resets. Diving the turrets again, getting the shutdown. All members down. Clean ace for Mark Bell Fan Club.
Will that be game over for the Mark Bell Fan Club?
Oh, I believe it is. Lots of long death timers. Too much pushing speed here from Mark Bell Fan Club. I think this is theirs. Oh.
They have 3 minions. Captain's coming out in 5.
They're hesitant. One turret down.
And they should be able to take it.
Yeah, this should be game here. Although, Nico will come in.
Come out with huge damage. I don't think this is enough to stop them.
5 seconds on the rest of the team. But full hitting should bring the W here for Mark Bell Fan Club as they keep their playoff hopes alive.
Very close game.
Oh, definitely. Very close game. Legacy Ambassadors, I'd say this is definitely their strongest performance of the season. Definitely strong ringer team they brought in here. Really, we're in control of this game for at least the first half of it, and definitely were capable of winning that last team fight for sure. Just ended up going Mark Bell Fan Club's way. That huge Graviton ultimate from Minipod there on the Aphelios. Huge in that last fight.
I think one of the big plays that concluded the game was from the Aatrox, if it's Aatrox. He's 1v1 that Kled, got him down, and then had that Gunner 50k needed to ultimate and get away from this team, making that a 4v3 in the mid lane, and they were able to capitalize from that.
Taking a look at the damage charts, we do see Minipod on the Aphelios with the most damage in the game at 32,000. SJ Capping definitely doing a lot of damage on this Nico. Definitely a strong performance from the mid jungle duo. Again, as we were saying, for Legacy Ambassadors, definitely put them in a strong position to win this game, as well as really Shadow Jumper on this Kled was definitely doing some work, especially early on. Got them out to that early lead. Just was not enough, and Mark Cabello Fan Club made some solid plays and came back in this one. So it looks like we are trying to get an interview with a member of Mark Bell Fan Club. They will move their record to, I don't want to say the wrong thing, 4-5, and I got to pull it up now. Too many games today, too much going on. They will advance to 4 and 6. Threat level Midnight does have 5 wins currently, so they're still a game down from the 4th seed, but definitely still in a position to be able to make that up with 2 games left for them. We are trying to get the interview with Octopodicus, the mid laner for Cabello Fan Club here in this one. Like I said, the three-way fight for this 4 seed is gotten very entertaining. It looks like it will be going down to the wire. Target shopping carts did upset Iron Dragons earlier, advancing to 4 and 7. Cabello Fan Club advancing to 4 and 6 with this W. And Threat Level Midnight with that one extra win there at 5 and 6. Definitely a dead heat here for this 4th seed. Also interesting development was with the loss from Iron Dragon. They would have had the same record as Endgame had Endgame taken down their game today, but they also lost their game to Threat Level Midnight. So now Endgame will have to beat Iron Dragon with their last game to tie for that 1st seed. So a lot of action coming around as we come through the last couple games of the season. Going to give a couple more seconds, see if we can get this interview with Octopodicus to happen. Looks like we do have him available.
Hello? Hey there.
Hey, how you doing, Octopodicus?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, and I had a lot of fun trying to pronounce your name properly every single time I said it because it was just messing me up. But
yeah, I usually go by just Pod, and then
Pod?
I've got my mini Pod, usually the top laner. He was playing 80 carry.
True. We'll be Pod, and then Pod and mini Pods. How we'll differentiate you two guys. That's a good idea. Definitely a good game coming out from you guys. You were a little bit behind early on. Good
I was getting
synergy.
I was getting a little crushed by that Nico, and then we kind of just played the map. Got the dragons. Then we had 2 TPs, so we just did the 1-3-1, and just finished out the game.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely some good work coming there from the Nico and Echo. That synergy with the mid lane. This is, I believe, your first game playing for Cabello. Is that not accurate?
Yeah, I've scrimmed with him a couple of times just because me and Mini Pod are close friends. So I've played with him a couple of times.
We definitely had a pretty strong performance today. Would you consider running for them again, or is this one done?
If they ever need fill-ins, I'm always free when they're playing.
Well, with this win, you guys do move to 4 and 6, and are in a dead heat for the 4th seed, which is the bubble for making the playoffs.
Decent.
Definitely decent. How do you guys think your chances are with 2 games left of the season?
Well, it kind of seems like some of the teams are a little bit smurfy. If I'm being honest, I've watched quite a few of the games, so I don't know. Anybody can win any day of the week, right? But I think having people that don't quite look like they're gold players might not be too fair. But that's all right.
Shedding some potentially backhanded compliments towards some of the players from other teams. I can respect that. Definitely a strong game for you guys. Thank you for coming in. We're going to have to move on to the next game because we are super behind schedule. But thanks for coming on the interview, and hope to see you out in the Rift again in another game for the ALS.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.
For sure. All right, we will be taking a short break here as we do move into our 4th and final block of the day. Nancy Drew Crew in an exhibition match. Actually, not sure if Nancy Drew Crew will be showing up for this, so I will have to get back to you guys on that after the break. But until then, stick around.